Hello everyone. I'll go again. Hello everyone. Just a little more hush and I'll get going. Hello everyone. We've got about 4 hours of speeches, so we don't get tired, just come forward. No, I'm just joking. I'd hang out at the bar if I wasn't doing this as well. My name is Andrew Charlebeck, and I'd like to thank you all for coming this evening. We acknowledge and pay our respects to the Kaurna people, the traditional custodians whose ancestral lands we gather on. We acknowledge the deep feelings of attachment and relationship the Kaurna people have to their country. We respect and value their past, present, and ongoing connection to the land and cultural beliefs. Well, we made it. We're here now. The 2020 Product Design and Industrial Design Graduation Exhibition was ready to go last year, but it was not immune to that little hiccup/shutdown to the state caused by COVID-19. Due to that, we had to postpone it till now, but it's worth the wait. As you can see from some of the works around the room, they showcase the results of many hours of study, maybe a few 2 a.m. tears, and I can speak for myself on that one, and the learnings that come with being challenged and growing while completing a degree at the University of South Australia. I'd like to thank the sponsors for tonight, Stone and Chalk, the DIA, the ADN, Print SA, Typeface, IPS3, the Smart Bar from ARB, Nutrition Republic, and Chapel Hill. As a member of the 2020 cohort, I'm very proud of the achievements made by my fellow students, and I'm pleased that you're all here to celebrate this evening with us. I'd like to introduce Joe Seiss, who is the Professor and Executive Dean of UniSA Creative, to come and say a few words.
Actually, I better put this down. It's good to be tall, isn't it? Thanks, Andrew. To commence, I also firstly acknowledge the Kaurna people as the custodians of the lands and waters of the Adelaide region on which we're meeting this evening. I pay respect to elders past, present and emerging, and I acknowledge and respect the Kaurna people's cultural, spiritual, physical and emotional connection to their land, waters and community. And I'm mindful, as always, as a designer, that the Kaurna people have been designing and creating on this land for many thousands of years. Well, good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to this long-awaited launch of UniSA's Product Design, Industrial Design Graduate Exhibition. Apologies to those of you, and I know there's a few who heard me speak last night in this very space at the Adelaide Design Network Mixer, but you'll be pleased to know that tonight's speech is different and, even better, it's shorter. We feel very lucky to have the opportunity to celebrate together here after the stress and disruptions that Andrew referenced that we faced last year. And now in 2021, we're excited to acknowledge and award the achievements of the 2020 graduating cohort, which includes the students from the undergraduate Bachelor of Design Product Design and the postgraduate Master of Design Industrial Design programs at UniSA Creative. I should know that. This exhibition is the culmination of years of hard work by our students. It embodies the design ethos they've each learnt and embraced over the course of their studies and highlights the potential for design and designers to make things better. The innovations and ideas on display here show how design can make the world a better place and a better place for the people that inhabit our planet. Drawing from the experiences and lessons learned over the past year, the work in this exhibition, I did have a good look at it last night, so when you see me leave early, don't think that I'm just, fudging out and didn't look at your work. The work does embrace adaptation, resilience and transformation. The 2020 graduating cohort have faced unending challenges and in the process have produced responsive, thoughtful and very future-thinking designs. Your achievements are absolute testament to your skill and dedication. Before I stop talking and leave you to the rest of the speeches and to admire the work, it's important that we make some thanks. Firstly, I would also add my thanks to our event sponsors, all of the sponsors who've contributed to making this event happen, And we are especially grateful to Stone and Chalk for accommodating us in this space here at Lot 14, which does fittingly represent the spirit of innovation and creativity that is evident in the exhibition. Thanks, and I'm going to give these thanks on behalf of the students, but also personal thanks from me as Executive Dean to the amazing team of UniSA academics for their guidance and their expertise, to the Program Director, Dan McLean, Postgraduate Coordinator, Andrew Whittaker, along with Anna Brown, Martin Freeney, Tom Deloso, and Peter Schumacher. Well done to you all. Yeah. And just as importantly, sincere thanks to our wonderful sessional staff at UniSA. Katie Kung, Sandy Walker. It's funny to think of Sandy as a sessional staff member. He's not here because I haven't seen anyone in Lycra. He's not here, is he? No. Thanks for dressing up, by the way, everyone. Sincere thanks to our wonderful sessional staff, Katie Kung, Sandy Walker, Kerry Gavros, Abby Vidyarthi, and Harriet Culbertson. And finally to you, the graduating students. As you head off into the world to start your careers or maybe continue into a postgraduate offering at UniSA, we say congratulations, good luck, we're incredibly proud of you and we can't wait to see what you do next. Well done, everyone.
Thanks, Jo. I'd now like to introduce Steph Small, who has a small introduction from the students. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. And thank you again, everyone, for attending tonight. It has been a delayed event, but we appreciate that you've made the effort in February to come out and check out our work. And a special thanks to Joanne for coming twice to our grad show and speaking. Maybe next time we can compare notes, because I'm not going to repeat exactly what you just said. Make them listen to it again. This year has been full of new experiences for the students, and your year isn't complete without the graduation show. It's kind of the pinnacle of almost everyone's study when you come to university, to put your final piece of work out on display for your peers and industry experts and your teachers again. This year in particular, it really showcases what you can do from the confines of your bedroom. Prototyping is a huge part of product design, and so is the testing. And I would say we were all fairly hamstrung in that respect this year because we couldn't engage with people outside of our own direct families or households, particularly in the first semester. As been mentioned several times, I'd like to give out a few thank yous, particularly to Stone and Chalk, and we hope that we can continue this relationship because it is such a great venue that we stand in today. And our amazing sponsors. In a year that saw probably a lot of businesses close, there were still a lot of people who were willing to get on board and support what we do here. So I'd like to thank Print SA for the second year running. They've done an amazing job printing our posters. I'd like to thank Nutrition Republic for providing the food for later tonight, both to the ADN and the DIA Awards for their awards they'll be presenting later, to Cadigo Cadgile for the internship that they'll be awarding, to Kirk at Typeface, who's running around filming all of you and taking photos. He puts together a great promo video, which we really appreciate. We'd like to thank SmartBar for their cash donation, which was really generous given this year, and IPS 3D printing, IPS3 3D printing, assisting with the development of some of the models that are on show, and to Chapel Hill and Zach's mum for the wine. In tune with the thanks, I'd like to thank Shu Yun for the branding for the entire grad show. I think you can all agree it looks fantastic and it has a really nice effect and works well with the space. And a thanks to the broader committee that have worked tirelessly for the last year and a bit to put this together, which includes Zach, Shu Yun, Oliver, James, Ryan, Andrew, and Mark. And finally, the night wouldn't be complete or possible without thanking our lecturers. In particular, both Dan and Andrew for your support putting together tonight, particularly through the support of the cancellation of COVID and communicating the university's wishes with us during that time, which was helpful. And as Joanne mentioned, the seasonal staff, and yes, she's already pulled those out. And we'd also like to thank the workshop guys, because without them, a lot of our prototypes throughout the years of our degree wouldn't happen. So thank you again for your support. Check out the projects. Please chat to your future designers, because let's hope they stay in the state and do some amazing things. Thank you.
Steph thanked a lot of people, but she herself was a major part of putting this night on. So I'd like to also thank Steph for your contribution. Now, Dan McLean, our Program Director, I'd like to introduce you to come and do some student awards for 2020. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Andrew, and good evening, everyone. And I know there are some people who were here last night, so I've got a different, much briefer speech to make tonight as well, and I'm not going to repeat what Steph and Joe said, so that'll chop a lot of time out of what I'm going to say. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Dan McLean, and I'm the Program Director for the Bachelor of Design Product Design program at UniSA, and also work in the Master of Design program along with Andrew Whitaker, and Peter Walker is here somewhere tonight as well, I think, and he's the Program Director there. Just want to say thank you to Steph for the wonderful summary, I suppose, of last year, and a bit of the information around how this has all come together. This is the Product and Industrial Design exhibition of 2020, and yes, we are in 2021, but we were due to have this exhibition in the week that we had our circuit breaker last year. So there was a flurry of communication and instruction about what to do there. And as I said to the crowd last night, this program has quite a heritage in Adelaide and in South Australia. And if we hadn't have put an exhibition on, it would have been the first time that there wasn't an industrial design exhibition in probably over 45 years. So I want to just say thank you to the students of both programs who have come back after a 3-month break and had the drive and I guess the passion to put their work on show after what was an extremely challenging year, and I won't go into all of that because I know we're all sick of hearing about 2020. As Steph said, I don't know if all of it was happening in bedrooms, Steph. I did see some other, maybe some home offices and backyards with our teaching in the first half of the year. But while there were some things that may have been lost in the program, in the teaching in the first half of the year and the outputs from the students, there was also a host of other things that the students picked up in terms of skills that we wouldn't normally have had in the program. So things like working and presenting work remotely. You know, this is something that's been going on in the real design world for a long time, and it's something we haven't really had in the program, the idea of, you know, presenting work in a virtual way. So while it might have seemed like a pain in the ass at the time, it's going to be a big skill that you've now got to make that stuff happen. Once we got back on campus in the second half of the year, I think everyone really kept some pretty good momentum up from that first half of the year, and I don't think the work has actually suffered at all. I guess the crowd here tonight will be the judge of that. So I just wanted to say thank you to the students, not just the students on show tonight, but all of the students in the program for being patient with us as a university and the staff while we rapidly adjusted our program in about 4 or 5 days so that we could resume business as usual in a slightly different way in April last year. I'm just going to say a quick thank you to a few people as well. There's a lot of thank yous going on here, but I want to firstly thank the staff for their efforts last year, and those people know who they are, but for those who don't, Andrew Whitaker, who will be speaking shortly, Anna Brown, who will also be speaking shortly, Tom Deloso, Marty Franey, who can't join us tonight unfortunately, and Peter Schumacher. We also have a host of outstanding sessional staff who, do this job in real life and come back and then spend some time working with us in a sessional capacity. And we're very lucky to have all of those people each year. So from the big thank you from the program team to the sessional staff. We have Harriet Culbertson, Katie Kung, Kerry Gavros, Abby Vidyarthi, Barry Magazinovich, and I think I just saw Sandy Walker come in, and Joe will be very disappointed that he wasn't wearing lycra. So thank you to all of our sessional staff. I'd also like to say thank you to the technical team. I think there are some of those people here tonight who are always very patient with our students as they're experimenting and trying new things in our workshop at the City West campus. Anna did an amazing job of organising a lot of guest speakers for the program last year as well, and so I know some of them are here tonight, and if you are, just want to say thank you again. Your insights that you brought into the classroom about what you do daily was fantastic, and we want to continue that relationship with you people and more people who want to volunteer and share what they do so our students can be inspired. Thank you very much to Shu Yuan Lam, who has done an amazing job with the branding side of this exhibition. So that's in addition to the final year of the undergraduate program, and was very patient with everyone, didn't get too stroppy, if at all, actually, and managed to work and put all of the visual side of things together, along with President Steph Small, who also was mostly patient. I don't think you lost your temper with anyone this year. And 2019 President Zach Allen, who was kind of a puppet master in the background, I think, sharing his wisdom from previous role as president. So those three students did a terrific job with this. I won't repeat too much about Stone and Chalk, but thank you very much to Stone and Chalk for the launchpad space. We wanted to take this exhibition off of the campus and get it into an environment where the students and also the profession of product and industrial design would get some great exposure with, in a place where a lot of, I hate this word innovation, but a lot of innovation is taking place here. And I think we're doing a bit of an education job for the design industry in general by being here. There's already been some great conversations going on with the people in this space. Thank you to IPS 3. I think the team from IPS 3 are here for printing most of these prototypes, and again being very patient with us as we pushed the deadline as far as we could for the undergraduate work to get those prints happening. I'd like to introduce Anna Brown at this point. We're going to get into the awards section of the evening, and Anna's wearing two hats tonight: product design team member, but also the SA, president of the SA chapter of the Design Institute of Australia. Thank you, Anna.
Thanks, Dan, and congratulations to all of the students who have worked in this exhibition. I see a really high standard of final pieces. It's really exciting to see, given that I kind of waved bye-bye to you guys after first year. So yeah, it's really great to see the processes that are undertaken to arrive at these final pieces. I also would like to just congratulate you on your patience. I know that last year was hard, but finally it's your night. So yeah, my name's Anna Brown, and whilst I've watched the exhibiting students grow in confidence and ability in their undergraduate and postgraduate degrees in my role as lecturer, I speak now as the chair of the SANT branch of the Design Institute of Australia. As Australia's peak national and local industry body for professional design, the DIA represents Australian design and designers both nationally and internationally. Locally, we support professional designers, students and industry partners through various networking and educative events. I have to give a little plug to our latest adventure after much pivoting and structural change in 2020. This year we're proud to be introducing the Designers Australia Awards. It's a national design program modelled on the vast experience of the South Australian Design Awards, which is really exciting, and focusing on recognising designers, design and collaboration. So that's the end of my plug. Tonight, I actually have the great privilege of presenting the DIA Career Link Award. This award is presented not only to a student who during their undergraduate degree was engaged, curious, demonstrated rigorous research and high-level problem-solving abilities, but was also student rep for their cohort twice, and thoroughly engaged in the wider design community through attendance at, I think, all of the DIA awards that DIA events that they were able to go to, ensuring that they've created a really wide network of mentors and friends at the end of their undergraduate degree. So it gives me enormous pleasure to present the DIA Career Link Award, which includes a 12-month membership to the Design Institute of Australia, to Shu Yun Lam. Yay!
Thanks very much, Anna, and congratulations to Shu Yun. Last night we had an early preview event. That's what I keep saying for those of you here last night. And we, at that event, the Adelaide Design Network awarded the award for excellence in collaboration and design practice. And I'm not going to present that certificate again tonight, but that was also to Shu Yun Lam. So that was last night. Now, at this point of proceedings, I'd like to introduce Andrew Whitaker, who's going to say a few words and present a few things.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So a bunch of you second years down there helping out tonight. Glad you're here because this will be you this time next year, or maybe November next year. So great to see you here. For a lot of you, this culminates the end of your undergraduate degree or your postgraduate degree. So congratulations, well done. I'm going to try and keep this really, really short because you don't want to hear me talking all night. But fantastic to see everyone here. It's great. A couple of people I really need to thank for their unwavering support with the way I teach and approach things. And I'd like to thank Peter Walker. I think he's here somewhere. So he runs the master's course. And of course, Dan McLean for always supporting me throughout. And also the fantastic team that I work with. It makes my job enjoyable, and I love coming to work every day. It's fantastic. I also need to thank some of our industry sponsors for the postgraduate projects. Without you guys, we wouldn't have projects. And so I'm going to name you specifically. So Chris Appleton from Pope Hardy Irrigation, Cam Johnson from Spark Furniture, Suzanne McLaughlin, who represents Vine Health Australia, Ryan Loken from Advanced Plastic Recycling, Paul Huxtable, and a person called Sophie for the Sophie Project. And if you go and read about the wheelchair, mobility chair down the back, you'll understand a bit more about that. Jan Van Abden, who's been involved with the Mary Walker Project, and also the Port Adelaide and Enfield Council, who they had a contribution towards Seb's vehicle there. So it's great to have these industry support, because often these projects turn into career. People end up getting jobs out of this, and it's just so important to get that commercial experience with industry. I feel like I need to just sort of give that little bit of advice. I'm going to keep this really, really short too. So as designers coming out of here, you're going to be in charge. You're going to be faced with some decisions about the products you design, the services and materials, the processes and so forth. And it's really, really important. I'm going to say 5 things, 5 words. Observe, listen, ask, be responsible, and most importantly, love what you do. And I think if you follow those 5 things, you'll have an excellent career, and you'll do us very proudly. So as mentioned, I'm the course coordinator for Grad Dip and Masters for Industrial Design Studio project. So some of the projects, and you'll see them largely down the back there. So there's configurations for electric and hybrid electric vehicles, biosecurity products to combat airborne viruses and soil-borne pests, furniture from post-consumer waste, and mobility aids for the disabled. So they're all really, really important objects that people have been working on, and super proud to see the results of 2 lots of 13 weeks of work. And one of those, that first 13 weeks was under real duress there. So amazing outcomes. So on to the award part, which is why I'm standing here. So we have a team award. So we look at all the project work, and we've actually got 2 tonight, one from the undergraduate, which Dan is going to present in a sec, and one from the postgraduate. And so you work out who this one's going to go to really quickly, because this always goes out to the surprise one that every year there's always a surprise student that emerges and does something great. But this particular occasion, we've chosen 2 students that were working on a project simultaneously. They were doing the wheelchair down the back there, and they were doing their own individual design. And then in the mid-semester, they did their presentations. We decided that they should combine their efforts, and so they took off with that. And as a collaborative team, they worked together. It seemed to be seamlessly after about 3 weeks of working together, and came up with this super complex wheelchair down there. They used generative design software to create some of the components, and there's some really complex organic supports there. They taught themselves that. They got the software, they loaded it, they taught themselves, and they came up with some incredible renders and animations. And then even after grading them, they then went off and printed a 3D model of it. And that's the I guess the spirit that we love to see. It was hard to choose because a lot of you were eligible for that award, but on this particular occasion we chose Richie and Jacques for this award. So congratulations. So, Richie, congratulations. And I'll hold it that way. There we go. Congratulations. Well done. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This project has been very challenging because of the COVID as well. Our client actually from different state. So actually we were going to Queensland, but we couldn't go because of COVID. But we fought through to the end and combined both of our expertise and made it happen. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew, and congratulations to Jax and Richie. It's a great project. So, like Andrew said, usually we just have one of these program team awards for someone out of both programs, but this year we found it a little hard to select just one. So we have someone from the undergraduate program as well. And as Andrew said, it's someone who's kind of surprised us with the progress in their honing their design skills over the 3 years, and especially in that final year of the program. And so from the undergraduate program, someone who is a real quiet achiever in the especially in the second half of the year when we were back on campus, did some pretty amazing work, which you can see down the front here shortly. And that young designer is Yilu Wen. Congratulations. Well done. Would you like to say anything? You don't have to. Yeah? Don't have to.
Hello everyone, I'm Yilu Wen. I'm so surprised to have this award. I've never seen it before, and very happy to study 3 years product design in USA. So thank you everyone, thank you Dan, Andrew, Anna, and everyone who helped me a lot. Thank you.
And I think one of the nice things about COVID-19 for me is if COVID-19 hadn't have happened, Yilu would have been back in China by now and wouldn't be able to be here for the graduation ceremony that's happening next week either. So I think COVID's worked out okay for us and having you around. So thank you very much, Yilu. The last program award that we have for this evening is the Program Directors Award. And this is for a student, again, from both programs of study who have, it's a recognition of extremely high performance at an academic level in design practice. We have obviously quite a few talented students that we, makes it hard to always select these awards. But this particular student has displayed outstanding academic achievement in the 3 years that they've been in our program. The student's been an outstanding ambassador for the university by attending all sorts of design-related events external to the university. Are we getting a hint here of what might be going on if you were here last night? The student's currently working on a research project with the product design team and the Future Industries Institute at UniSA. And the student was also the winner of a competition that we ran with Business SA in 2019 to design and build 24 trophies for their Design for Export project. So this student won the conceptual competition and then worked on the detailed design and production with Tom Deloso. And this person is Shuyun Lam. Are you going to say something this time? Congratulations. Okay, on to our last award for this evening, and I'd like to invite Gavin Doyle to the front. Gavin is the General Manager of Cadigo Cadgile, a Fever Group subsidiary, and we're very lucky this year for the first time to be able to offer an award for a student placement with Cadigo Cadgile, and Gavin will tell us more about that now. Thanks very much, Gavin.
Thanks, Dan. As Dan said, Cadigo Cadgile, for those that don't know, we've been the bringing together of two engineering service providers based here in Adelaide. As Dan said, our global parent is Group Fever. They're also an engineering service provider, and they're based in Cherbourg, France. Cadigo probably had 20 years industry experience. Cadgile probably had 15 years plus industry experience. And I think the benefits of the two groups coming together has been the diversity of the skill set, the capability and the customer base. And I think a lot of that has had to do with the fact that, maybe predominantly Cadigo has been at the front end of a project and Cadgile has been at the back end of a project. But what has been important for us over the last couple of years has we've seen how collaboration works and the positive impacts of that. Collaboration for us, it has been through acquisition, but regardless, what it has shown, if there's buy-in by all parties, the results can be extremely positive and rewarding, and they offer great opportunities for everyone involved. And that's why we're excited to be part of this award. We see this as offering this award for outstanding achievement. We also see that there's a role that industry, universities and students have to play with each other for the development and growth for each other. To do that though, you need to communicate. You can't do it by just standing back. You have to communicate, you have to participate. And so for us, we see the opportunity of being able to offer someone the opportunity to come into our office and spend a bit of time with us and get to know what we do and get to know the other people with us and get paid for it, which is always a bit of a bonus. It's a good thing, you know. So for us, this is our way of trying to help build any bridges. And look, I'd just like to thank, personally, I'd like to thank Dan and Andrew. I mean, they've been, they're fantastic for us. They're great advocates for you guys. If ever we want to talk about anything and we want to know more about what's happening with UniSA and what's happening with the students, they're more than happy to come and spend time with us. So we appreciate that. And look, we look forward to continued involvement with you guys. Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you very much, Gavin. It's a amazing opportunity, and I guess the first time that we've really had this opportunity with someone in the real world. So we're excited to see where this leads, and I think it's probably a bit of recognition of the outcomes of the program because of the industrial designers you have from the program who are working with you and have been working with you for a long time. And there are some here tonight. So yeah, it's thank you very much for that. So I'll announce who this person is. Maybe I won't be as cryptic as the last one, but this student has completed the undergraduate program and has almost completed the postgraduate program. The student's been a passionate designer right from the get-go and has always been hungry to learn as much as he could about the... Well, I think he came into the program with a passion to draw pretty pictures of cars, and that's wonderful, but has subsequently realised there's much more to product and industrial design than hot cars. This student has been working this year on our internal CAM project, which you can see at the back of the room. That's our electric vehicle concept that we're developing internally. This student was leading our participation in our, I guess, UniSA's entry into the Australian Technology Network's entry into the World Solar Challenge in 2018, which subsequently led to this CAM project that we're continuing to develop. Most recently, something very different, Zach has just finished working on the set design and build for a Channel 44 television show. So the winner of the initial Cadigo Cagile placement for outstanding achievement is Zach Allen.
Little surprised. Thank you to Gavin and Dan and everyone else for putting this together and giving this award. It's great. It's been a bit of a rocky year, 2020. I didn't do nearly as well as I would have hoped I've done. I got a bit demotivated over the old COVID situation, but yeah, couldn't think of a better career to go with. I don't think there's any other career choice that could combine my love of creativity and my love of making things all in one and then get paid for it, which sounds pretty good. But yeah, huge thank you to the lecturers at UniSA. When going into university, my teachers are always saying at school, oh, they don't care about you at uni, you're going to make sure you hand stuff up. But I don't think I've met more group of people who will bend over backwards to make sure that you have the best opportunities coming out of uni. So a huge thank you to you guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. That concludes the formalities for the evening and all the speeches. There's plenty of drinks and nibbles around, so help yourself and have a great night. Thank you very much.